Hey besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara Savage. Guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Joining as a member, membership gives you access to videos firsthand and other amazing special perks. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make this amazing convertible garment hanger duffel bag. Now, I don't know if you guys remember a video that I posted on my channel already like a few years back. It was a duffel bag that is reversible, but it has a bottom compartment. It has amazing features. The pockets, everything was amazing. And also, I've made packing cubes on this channel, packing cubes that you can use to pack your clothes and it will be seamless. Also, the drawstring pouch I featured in this video as well. I have made it on my channel already. I'm going to link it down below so you guys can go check out every single thing. And most of the clothes I've put in this video, I also made them on my channel. Now in this video, it's all about this duffel bag. So if you are that beginner that loves to try new things, try amazing things, this is for you. So guys, you're going to be needing your main fabric, your lining piece, then continuous zipper. Now, if you have zippers that are as long as what you need, you can just get the normal zippers like that are ready made like this, or you get continuous zippers that are going to cut out, but you're going to need sliders. So these are sliders. You're going to need this. Then I have D-rings here for the side of the bag. Then you would also need webbing. This is for the straps. Now guys, your measurements are going to be done as we go on in the tutorial. So guys, the first thing we're going to cut out is our side piece. So I have here 10 inches by 12.5 inches. Now the height is the 12.5 inches and the width is the 10 inches. So you're going to fold it along the width. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your measuring tape and you're going to measure 2.5 inches in from this open edge and then 3 inches down. Now after doing that, you're going to connect it using a curve. Now go to this bottom part and measure 1 inch in and 1 inch up here. And you're going to create a slight curve. Now we're going to cut out the curves that we just made. So can you guys see what it looks like? You're going to repeat the process on the second side as well. So it has to be the same thing. Now, once that is equal, you're going to now measure all around this piece right here. So guys, after measuring all around my piece, it's 40 inches. And what I did was I cut out my fabric of 40 inches by 20 inches. So your main fabric, cut it 40 inches by 20 inches and just keep that aside. And then for the side, you're going to cut out a lining piece. So just like this, exact lining piece, and place it together just like this. So what you're doing is you're going to place it the wrong side. This is the main fabric, this is the wrong side of the main fabric. Then you're going to place the wrong side of the lining on top of it just like this, so they are facing each other. So the two sides they are looking at are the right side and right side. Guys, this is very important. Just leave it like this, and then you can use a pin to pin it down or sew it all around if you want it to just stay. Then you're going to cut out your pockets for these sides. So the first pocket is going to be 9 inches by 10 inches, and what you're going to do is you're going to sew it double fold on the two sides. So double fold, so just like this on this side and on this side. So now this side, you can see it's already clean. I've done it here. So you're going to place it like this. Remember, this curved side is our top of our bag. Now this is our bottom part of our bag. So what you're going to do is you are going to, let's imagine I've sewn it. You're now going to place it right here. So not at the bottom. You're going to place it right here and then sew it along the sides, along the bottom here and along the side here. And while doing that, you are going to now sew all around so that everything will stay put and you have one full piece ready. Then we're going to take our D-rings, so this, and then you're going to take this strap, is the cord for like our strap basically, and measure out 4 inches. So place the 4 inches inside into two just like this, and then fold it a little bit. Then what you're going to do is you're going to place it on the right side, the main piece, the main fabric side. You're going to place it about 3 inches down. So about 3 inches down. So can you guys see? Just right here. And they're going to pin it down. Now, because we want our piece to be sturdy, we don't want to have like it's cutting or anything when we carry our long strap. you are going to go to the back. This point right here, you are going to take another piece that is about 4 inches as well, fold it just like this. There's no measurement for the folding, and they are going to place it exactly right here. So exactly right here. Then when you are sewing everything together. So you can easily sew this one first. Then after sewing this, you are going to now place this at that point where you sewn so that you'll be able to see it. So you're going to place this on it and then sew it again on it so that it can be very sturdy. And then we're going to take our second side piece, and then I have cut out the pocket. So for this one, the pocket is 12 inches. So you know our height. So 12 inches by 30 inches. So remember, it's 10 inches. 10 times 3 is 30 inches. This is because this is going to be the shoe compartment and we need room for it. And we want to have elastic as well at the top. The way it is, you are going to repeat the process of this D-ring part on this one. This is our pocket for the other side. You're going to fold it by a quarter of an inch first, then by half of an inch or 1 inch thereabouts, and then sew it from here down to the end. Remember our main fabric, we cut out 20 inches by 40 inches. So that aside, you're going to bring another lining piece. So this is going to be the front part of the hanger part. So this is 20 by 40 inches, right? So that 20 inches side divided by 2, that will give you 10. And then that 10 inches, you're going to add 1.5 inches to it. So that will give you 11.5 inches. Then remember, my length is 40 inches. So I'm going to add 10 inches to that 40 inches. So now here I'm going to cut out 11.5 inches by 50 inches. So the way I got the 11.5 inches is the 10 inches that we divided from the 20 inches. We're going to add 1 inch for zipper allowance and half an inch for sewing allowance to the side. So you can either first sew this down by half of an inch, sew it down to the end. Then when you are doing your zip, you are going to now place your zip on it. So I'm going to take my continuous zipper, and then this side I've already sewn it. So the way I said you should sew it for the zipper side, so first sew it once by half of an inch. Now how I'm going to do my zip is I'm going to take this continuous zipper, it's very long, and I'm going to just place it like this, right sides facing right sides, and I'm going to sew it down along the entire edge. So after you've done it, it's going to look somewhat like this. It's going to fold. So half of an inch again is going from that. That's why I said you should leave 1 inch. So after sewing it by half of an inch, another half inch is going to go. So it's going to be clean on the inside. Now, after doing that, you're going to take the other side. So it's 2 pieces you're cutting out of the 11.5 inches by 50 inches, 2 pieces. So the second piece is going to be for the other side of your zip. You actually need a continuous zipper because it's a long stretch that you need. So place it like right there and sew the zip so that it becomes one full piece. Now we're going to move on to the pockets. So the outer pocket. Now what I have here is 9 inches by 16 inches. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my piece right here. So this is the lining, the inner part, right sides facing up. Then I'm going to take my zip. So if you have a normal zip, you can also use it. I'm still using my continuous zipper. So I'm going to place it on its wrong sides facing the right side of the fabric. So this is my right side of my zip. I'm going to put it facing down like this. After putting this one like this, you're going to take your main fabric and you're going to place it right side on it. So your right side is going to be facing it like this. And then you're going to sew along all this entire top. So guys, this is what it looks like. Now let's imagine we've sewn it. This is what it's going to look like. Now what we're going to do is you're now going to take your main fabric. So the zipper is here and they're just going to place it like this. Then you're going to take this other side and they are going to place it on it, sandwich all 3 pieces together and sew it down just like you did the other side. So guys, I've sewn the D-rings to the side. Can you see what it looks like? And I've sewn the pockets too. This is what your pocket should look like. Now you're going to take the second pocket and insert a 10-inch elastic to it. Now this elastic is for like the top so that when you put your shoes inside, it's not going to spill out. So put this elastic inside it and make sure to secure it with a pin on both ends so that when you're putting it inside, it doesn't come out from the two ends. Now you're going to align it to the sides of this side piece. So align it to the side, and then at the bottom side, you can either use your needle and thread to gather it first, or just place it on it and start pleating it at the bottom while you're sewing. So you can do that or gather it before even starting. So once it's gathered, it's to the measurement of this bottom side of the side piece. Then we are going to the outer pockets. Now you're going to push everything through the right side, so through the main fabric. The way I'm doing it in the video, please just follow it. So push everything through it, and it's going to look like a real pocket. Then you're now going to add your zip slider to it. So you're going to add it before you sew the next part that I'm going to tell you. And then at this point, you're now going to secure the two sides so that you won't be having it coming out, so that the lining will stay inside correctly. Make sure the main fabric and the lining are aligned on these two sides before sewing. Now can you guys see the hanger part? I have sewn the zip to it. Then you're going to insert your zip slider. So now guys, the part where you are zipping up to, so the part where you're going to zip up, so you know when you zip up, that's where you're going to end your zipping process. So that part where you're ending it, you're going to fold it at that top part by 1/2 inch on the two pieces, so that you can secure it, so that when you zip up, it's not going to, the zip is not going to remove. And then you're going to take a new lining piece, and this time you're going to cut out 20 inches by 55 inches. Now guys, once you cut this out, you're now going to place them right sides facing. So the one that has the zipper and this one, but this time you're going to align the short edges at the part where you did not sew. Remember, we're sewing our zipper, the zip up part. So that zipped up part that you are sewing to secure, don't use that part. Use the other sides that you've not sewn at all, the sides that you started inserting your zip slider from. So align it right sides facing to the new fabric, and then sew it along the entire edge and the two sides. Now when you sew it, you're going to have some excess poking out. Don't worry, we're going to be using that for something else. So guys, I have sewn it. Can you see? This is what it looks like. So now I've sewn this one. Can you guys see? I've sewn it together like I said you should do. Now you're going to turn it inside out. So guys, this is what you are going to have when you finish. This is it opened, and this is it closed. I have my excess here, and this is the pockets that I said you should sew. This is it right here. Now you're going to take your fabric. So you're going to fold it into two first, and then from the edge right here, you're going to measure down to 5 inches, and then you're going to go inwards by about 4.5 inches, and then from that 4.5 inches you go down by 3 inches. So guys, follow these measurements. Now once you mark them, you're going to open it up like this, and you're going to take your pocket piece and place it on it like this. So look for the center of the pocket piece, mark it, and then place it at that center that you marked, that 5-inch part. Place it right there. So guys, what you're going to do, you can either go first and sew down this part, but if you don't want to go through the whole sewing, you are going to just take your cord, so your webbing, and you're going to place one right here. So place it on it at this point, probably at the center, anywhere around here. Just place it right there, then pin it till you get to that 3 inches mark that we marked, that 3 inches I told you guys to mark. And then from here you are going to measure 20 inches. Now that I've measured 20 inches, now you can measure shorter than that if you want your strap to be very short. Now this is 20 inches. I'm going to place it on the second 3 inches mark that I made. Now that I've put it there, I'm going to now continue going down just like this, and I'm going to pin it along the edge of the pocket. So guys, what you're going to do now is you're going to now fold it into two again, and then you're going to start measuring from the center right here, 4.5 inches. And you're going to keep placing this straight down till you get to this side. And then at this straight line, I'm going to go down by 3 inches. Remember the 3 inches we did at that side as well? We're going down by 3 inches. So turn it to the other side, measure 3 inches down, and measure 4.5 inches from that point. Now I'm going to continue again and place it on the 3 inches mark here. Measure 20 inches again from here. And then place that 20 inches on this mark that you made. So again, you are going to turn it, and you're going to continue going down till you get to this point. So you're now going to sew it all around. So sew it when you get to this 3 inches point right here, you stop. You don't sew it to the end. Stop at this 3 inches, then continue at the second 3 inches, then continue sewing till you get to this 3 inches as well. You stop, then here you start again, then stop once you get to this side. So once you get to this part, this 3 inches part, you can easily create an X so that it can make it more sturdy. So just create an X right here, X right here, then on this 3 inches side, X and X. You can even go ahead to do that same method we did for the side, where we put a piece at the back. After sewing the X, you put another piece at the back and sew an X to the back. So once you get around here, so cut your strap so that it can be complete. Now, while you're doing that, you are now going to take your piece and you're going to fold it into two and find the center. Then you're going to take your pocket piece and you're going to find the center as well. So mark the center of the bottom part, not the top part, the bottom part. You're now going to go in and out by 2.5 inches. So from the center, go this way by 2.5 inches. From the center, go this way by 2.5 inches. Then here as well, from the center, go this way 2.5 inches. Go this way 2.5 inches. Once you've marked that, we're going to use it later on. But now we are going to go to the side piece and you're going to take your zip, your continuous zip, and you're going to place it right sides on it just like this. So make sure there is an excess. You're placing this on the 2.5 inch mark that you just made. Measure it starting from where the center is, but you are starting your sewing process from the 2.5 inches. So be sure to mark it on your piece, on your zip rather. So I'm going to mark it. This is where my 2.5 inches is. And with that, you're going to continue sewing your zip from there till you get to the other side. So once you get to the other 2.5 inches point, you're going to stop. And then you're going to cut it at this point. So cut the excess. So once you get here at this 2.5 inches, you're going to stop right here. Do the same process for your second side piece and it's going to turn out correct. So guys, I have sewn it. Can you guys see? I've sewn the zip to it and I have finished it with a bias tape. So you're going to finish any edge that you have on this particular project. You're going to finish it with a bias tape. So can you guys see how neat it is on the inside? So I'm now going to put the zipper to the main fabric. So you're going to take your main fabric. That middle that we measured, the middle 2.5 and 2.5, we are going to bring that part. And then you're going to take it right here. Remember, we started sewing on the 2.5 for this one. So you're going to place it right side facing just like this. And then you're going to align that 2.5 inch part to this 2.5 inch part. And then you're going to pin it down. Now continue pinning it down just like this. Then also find the middle of this side. So the middle, when you fold it together just like this, find the center and mark it. I've marked it right here. So as I'm going, once I get to that middle, I'm going to stop. So I'm at that middle right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now open up this part. Then cut it at this middle point. Cut it right here. Then finish sewing it, sew your zip to this side. Then you're going to go to this other side again. And you're going to repeat the process that we just did. So place it right sides facing, align it, and pin it till you get to that point. So when you get to that point, you're going to now remove everything and sew your zip. So I've done the other side. I have sewn my zip for my other side. So can you guys see what it looks like? I have sewn it right here. Now, once you're done sewing your zip to your main fabric, you're going to turn this fabric to the right side, to the wrong side rather. And then you're going to take this our lining part. So you guys remember this part. And what you're going to do is you're going to place it on it like this. So this excess part, you're going to place it right here. Align it together at the edge. Then you're going to sew it along the entire top and the entire side. Now this is after you've sewn your zip, so it's better to even sew it from this side so that you can see your zip while you are sewing. So sew it on this entire top and the entire two sides. Now for this part, you are going to notice there is an excess, so there will definitely be an excess on this other side. What you're going to do is you're going to fold it, fold whatever excess you have. So you're going to put velcro pieces here and here, here and here, then if possible here and here, here and here, so that when you close it, it's going to stay down, so you don't need to have any issues. So it's going to be sewn on it, but whatever excess you have, you're going to fold it like this. So you're going to have like a little bit right here. You're not going to sew it to the end, so you're going to sew it to around here and leave about 1 inch right here. So guys, when I'm done, you guys will understand fully what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew the zip side. Like I said, sew the lining to the main fabric. And also we need to cut out a particular fabric. So you're going to cut out a fabric that is whatever excess you have here. So your own excess, you're going to measure it, measure what you have. In my case, I have 3.5 inches. So now you can also, if you have up to like 6 inches, you can still reduce it to like 4 inches, because you don't really need a lot of excess on this side. So this is the excess part. So I'm going to measure 3.5 inches. Now on my fabric, when I'm measuring the fabric I want to use to put on this part, I'm going to measure that, let's say, because I'm going to fold this place twice, so 1 inch seam allowance, that's 4.5 inches. And then I'm going to add about 1 inch for my overlap, which will give me 5.5 inches. So I'm going to cut out 6 inches by 20 inches. So guys, let's imagine this is my 6 inches by 20 inches. You are going to place it on it like this. You are going to have finished this one to the wrong side, double fold, finish it so it's clean finish. So let's imagine we finished it. You're going to place it on top of it. So when you are sewing that side and top that I told you guys to sew, you are going to sew it together with it, but make sure you are removing your strap when you are sewing, so that you don't sew your strap with it. Once I'm done, you guys are going to see what I was talking about. So guys, I'm going to show you guys the explanation of what I was saying. So can you see this part right here? I have put velcro. So this is what it looks like. This is the measurements that I told you guys to measure that time, and put it on it as an overlap. Can you see? An overlap. And then we have our zipper here. And once you are done with that, you are going to now put this hanger part. So can you see where I put it? So right at this point right here. So I put this one at first, but it was too small. I felt it won't take a lot of hangers on it, so I decided to do a bigger one. So I can even have two. If I put one here or two here, I can put more pieces here, more items, more clothes and everything. So this is what this looks like. So I'm going to zip it up. Then here, I told you guys to put Velcro right here, so that when you open it up, it's going to be like this. So can you see? So this is what it looks like. Then right here, I saw the tiny stitch. So on only this one, I didn't let it touch the front part. So I saw the tiny stitch so that it should just stay down. I didn't like how it was just falling, but you can leave it if you like it like that. But I decided to sew it tiny right there. So when you look at the front, I didn't sew it on this front part, only on the back part of the hanger. So I've not taped the side already. For now, I've not yet taped it. I'll still tape it, but I just wanted to show you guys what this looks like, so that you guys can understand what I was saying. Now, once you're done taping the sides, you're going to now insert your side piece to it. You are going to insert this to this side. So you're going to turn it to the right side like this. Turn it like this, and insert your zip sliders here and here. Insert it to the front, here and here. Insert it to the front, so that you'll see what it looks like. Now you are doing that after you've already taped the edges of this. Then once you are done inserting your slider, your zip slider, you can now put it right side facing, and this open edge, this part that is raw, this raw finish, you are going to now place it on that part, the corresponding part on this main body, and they are going to use a bias tape to tape it. Now you can actually sew it first on that spot, but you can actually just use your bias tape to tape it so that it can be clean on the inside and on the outside. So the main zip on this part of the bag, you're going to take a separating zipper and they are going to use it. So you're using a separating zipper. Now you can also tape this part before even putting your zip, or you can put your zip and then tape it with the zip edge right there. So tape it. Once you've done your zipper, whatever method you always use, that's what you should use. I'm going to do that and show you guys the final result. It's going to be the final result you're going to see. Guys, I have sewn this part right here, the zipper, and I also top stitched it so that it can stay on the inside because it was coming out too much, so I decided to top stitch it. This is the other side. Now for my zip, this is what I did. So instead of cutting it at the top right here, I decided to put the continuous parts down. You know, there are some traveling bags that you see that they have continuous zippers down here. So I decided to use that method, and this is what I have right here. So guys, this is also the extra length for the hanger. So when you put your clothes, you can put it a long dress and fold it like this so that it can just stay. Now let's couple it up together. So guys, remember our pocket? It also doubles as a luggage holder. So you can put it on your box when you're traveling. So you don't need to drag it on your shoulders. This is what it is. And again, on this side, our D-rings are for external straps. And that's all I have for this video, guys. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, most of these pieces right here, the outfits, I have made them on the channel already. So I'll link them in the description box, guys. The packing cube as well, the drawstring pouch is on the channel already. I'll link it as well. I packed the dresses, packed the packing cubes, packed the drawstring pouch that had a shoe in it. The side of the bag already has my sneakers in it. Guys, this is a game changer. I also put my bodysuit in it because I forgot to add it to the hanger part. I also have the video on my channel. Can you see what it looks like? This pocket part also even doubles as a luggage holder, so you can just put it on your box without having to go around dragging your bag on your shoulder or pulling it or dragging it. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. Ah, guys, this is just amazing. I don't even know what to say, how to say it. I'm just mind blown, basically. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Joining as a member, membership gives you access to videos firsthand and videos that are just only exclusive for members only. If you try it out, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Lara Savage Creations. I'll be ready to showcase your work with all my growing followers and even here on YouTube. And until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.